Hey everyone, want to sound more confident when you're speaking? Well, a huge part of that is just nailing the pronunciation of common, everyday words. So today, we're going to fix some of those tricky mistakes and get you sounding clearer and more confident right away.
So, let me ask you something. Think about all the words you use every single day. Are you 100% positive you're saying them all correctly? You might be surprised. As we're about to see, sometimes the most common words have the biggest traps. Okay, first up, let's talk about what I like to call the silent saboteurs. These are those sneaky letters you see written in a word, but you're not supposed to say them at all. They're basically designed to trip you up, but once you know the secret, they're easy to beat.
All right, let's jump in with our first one. The word is Debris. Go on, say it out loud right now, wherever you are. How did you pronounce that last letter?
If you said debris, you absolutely nailed it. That S at the end, it's completely silent. It's a little clue about the word's French roots. Debris just means the scattered pieces left over after something's been destroyed. So the big takeaway is, when you see this word, just pretend that final S isn't even there. All right, you ready for another one? C-A-C-H-E. This word is everywhere in our digital lives, right? It's in our web browsers, on our phones, but it gets confused with another very similar sounding word all the time.
And this slide gives us the ultimate memory hack. The word cache, the one for computer memory, is pronounced exactly the same way as cash, money. That ch sounds just like sh. It's that simple. So whether you're clearing your browser's cache or spending actual cash, the sound is identical.
Okay, moving on from silent letters, it's time to pass the stress test. See, it's not always about the letters themselves, it's about which part of the word you emphasize. Getting the syllable stress right is a huge step towards sounding more natural when you speak. And check this out, because this is a fantastic shortcut. For a massive number of English words that end in tion, there is a simple, unbreakable rule. The stress always falls on the syllable right before it. Always. Let's see it in action. You can really hear the difference. It's not introduction, it's introduction. Not electrician, but electrician. And not preparation, but preparation. You hear that? That little shift makes all the difference in the world. And you know what the best part is? This isn't some rare rule for a handful of words. This single pattern applies to literally hundreds and hundreds of words in English. Master this one thing and you've instantly upgraded a huge part of your vocabulary. Okay, for our final category of common mistakes, let's look at surprising sounds. This is where letters team up to make a sound that you just would not expect. They kind of break the rules. Take the word chaos. Your brain sees that CH and wants to say ch, doesn't it? But here, it makes a hard K sound, chaos. The simple rule to remember is just ch sounds like K in this word. That's it. And here's another great one, mustache. You see that ache at the end, and you probably think of headache, so it should sound like ache. But nope, in this word, it sounds like ash. Mustache. A really simple swap, but a super important one.
So, we've looked at silent letters, word stress, and some pretty weird sounds. But how do you make it all stick? Well, the source material we're working from today really boils it all down to two words that are the absolute secret to getting better.
And here they are. Preparation and repetition. Preparation is exactly what we've just been doing. Learning the rules, seeing the examples, and understanding why a word is said a certain way. So you've already done the preparation. Now comes the second step, which is just as important. This is the direct quote from our source, and it is the absolute truth. Knowing the rule is one thing, but making the correct pronunciation automatic, well, that only comes from practice. Repetition is what builds the muscle memory for your mouth and your brain.
So really, the main takeaway is this. Sounding confident isn't about some natural talent. It's about a simple two-step process. First, learn the right way. That's preparation. Then, practice it until it becomes second nature. That's repetition. Those two things together are what build real, lasting confidence.
We've covered some really tricky words today, but honestly, this is just the beginning. Now that you have the tools of preparation and repetition, the real question is, what's the next word you're going to go out and master?